Okay, today we're going to run through, or I'm going to help you with the practice on the line to 100 worksheet. So if you want to find that one, and I will help you as you work through this one, okay? So again, if you look up these number lines, you see that we're still going in increments of tens instead of ones, okay? So 10 to 100. So let's count that out together. Ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, so keep those numbers in your mind because that's what we're going to need while we work through this sheet, okay? So I have the 4 number lines already on the board, A through D. So we're going to start with 50 plus 30. Again, the first number tells us our starting point, okay? So we're going to start at 0. We're going to make a big hop all the way to what number? To 50, because that's where we want to be, okay? So we're going to go from 50, and now we're going to add 30. So 50 plus 30. So how many little hops are we going to have? 3. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. So one big hop to 50, and then 3 little hops. 1, 2, 3, all gives us 50 plus 10, 20, 30 equals 80. So 50 plus 30 equals 80. Okay, letter B, we have 60 plus 40. Okay, so we're going to start at 0 and make one big hop all the way to what number? All the way to 60. So hopping all the way to 60. And now we're going to make little hops that equals 40. So how many little hops are we going to have? 4. So let's count 4. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 60 plus 10, 20, 30, 40 equals 100. Bring you up. Okay, letter C says 70 plus 20 equals. So we're going to make one big hop to what number? One big hop to 70. And how many little hops are we going to have? 2. So ready? 1, 2. So 70 plus 10, 20 equals, we stopped at 90. So equals 90. And letter D says 50 plus 50, so we're making one big hop to 50. And how many little hops? 5 little hops. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 50 plus 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 equals 100. Okay, so we're just hopping along our number line in increments of 10. Okay, now if you look at section number 2, we still have our number lines, but they've already given us the hops that were made by Mr. Frog. Okay, so we already have his hops there. So now they want us to write the equation that matches the hops on the line, okay? So let's look at letter A. So we're going to look at the big hop first. Our big hop went all the way from 0 to 40. So we're going to start with 40. And are we adding or subtracting? Do we go forward or did we go backwards on the line? We went forward, right? So we're adding. Okay, now we're going to figure out how many little hops were made. So we have 40, 1, 2, 3 little hops, but we're counting by tens, so we really have 10, 20, 30. So we added 30, so 40 plus 30 equals, and the hop stopped at 70. So 40 plus 30 equals 70. Okay, let's look at letter B. We're going to start with the big hop, and it went from 0 to 30. So you're going to start with 30. And again, we went forward on the number line, so we're adding. And now let's count our little hops. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But again, we're counting by tens. So it's really 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So 30 plus 50 equals, what did we stop? 80. So those would be your two equations for these two number lines here based on the hops they gave us. So 40 plus 30 equals 70, and 30 plus 50 equals 80. Okay, and then at the bottom of our worksheet, we have some addition problems, okay? So I'm going to help you with the first three. So again, we're going to add one column at a time, okay? You can draw a line down the middle, split your columns in half. You can use something to cover it up if you need to. Whatever you need to do to help you solve the double-digit problems, okay? So we're going to start with the zeros. So we know 0 plus 0 equals 0. Okay? Now we're going to look at the 2's. 2 plus 2 equals 4. So we know 20 plus 20 equals 40. Okay, let's look at the second one. Again, we're going to start with the zeros. 0 plus 0 is 0. 4 plus 2 is 6. So 40 plus 20 equals 60. I'll help you with one more. 50 plus 20, okay? So we're going to start with our zeros. 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 2 equals 7. So 50 plus 20 equals 70. Okay, so you have 4 more left. I want you to try those 4 on your own, okay? Again, if you need to draw a line down the middle to separate it, cover up one side while you do it, whatever you need to do to help you solve the last 4 problems on the front of this page. Okay, now let's flip it over and look at the back. We're going to be doing the same things we just did on the front, except now instead of adding, we are subtracting, okay? So we have at the top 4 number lines. I wrote them on the board without the hops. So we're going to add the hops to solve the problem, okay? So 70 minus 30. So what number are we starting on? 70. So we're going to circle 70 to know where we're starting from. And we're going to go backwards, right? Since we're subtracting, we're going backwards. How many hops? 3. So ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 70 minus 10, 20, 30 equals 40. Okay, letter B says 90 minus 50. So what number are we starting on? 90. So I'm going to circle my 90 so I know where I'm starting. And I'm going backwards how many hops? 5. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 90 minus 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 equals 40. Okay, letter C says 60 minus 40. So we know we're starting on number 60. So I'm going to circle that. And we're going backwards how many hops? 4. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 60 minus 10, 20, 30, 40 equals, we stopped at 20. And letter D says 80 minus 30. So I know we're starting on number 80. So I'm going to circle my 80. And we're going backwards. How many hops? 3 hops. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So 80 minus 10, 20, 30 equals 50. Okay, so that's the section number 4 here where we subtracted on the number line. And now let's look at section number 5. Same thing as on the front side except subtraction. We're going to write the equation based on the hops they gave us on our number line, okay? So we're subtracting, so we're going to find where our circled number is, okay? So I'm going to look, and I see number 90 is circled. So I know I'm starting on number 90, so I'm going to put 90. And then are we adding or subtracting? Okay, we're going backwards on the number line, so we are subtracting. So I'm going to put my minus sign. Now we're going to figure out how many hops we subtracted. Ready? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, but we're counting by 10. So we really have 10, 20, 30, 40 hops. So 90 minus 40 equals, and where did we stop hopping at? 50. So 90 minus 40 equals 50. And let's look at letter B. We're going to find our circled number, and that is 100. So I'm starting with 100. Again, I'm going backwards on the number line, so I'm subtracting. And let's figure out how many hops we went back. Ready? 1, 2, 3. But again, we're counting by 10, so it's really 10, 20, 30 equals, and we stopped on 70. So 100 minus 30 equals 70. So those are your two equations for letters A and B under section number 5. And then at the bottom we have some subtraction problems. Again, I'll help you with the first 3. So same as the front, if you need to draw the line down the middle to help you or cover one side up, whatever you need to do to help you solve the double-digit problem so you don't get it confused, okay? But remember, we're going to start with the zeros. So 0 minus 0 is 0. 6 minus 2, so you have 6 and you're taking away 2 and you're left with 4. So 60 minus 20 equals 40. Let's look at the second one. I'm going to start with the zeros. So 0 minus 0 is 0. 4 minus 1 is 3. So 40 minus 10 is 30. Again, we have 50 minus 30. We're starting with the zeros. So 0 minus 0 is 0. 5 take away 3, or 5 minus 3 is 2. So 50 minus 30 equals 20. So you have 4 more subtraction problems on the back here. I want you to try to do those on your own. And if you need any help, or you're stuck or confused or have any questions at all, feel free to ask me and I'll be happy to help you.